So initially, I was just going to make this particular episode strictly just YouTube and Rumble, but I decided to make it an episode of the podcast. So I hope you enjoyed this episode 277 of the Range Mighty Podcast. We're taking the primary weapon system to the range. Stay tuned. This one will probably make more sense if you watch it instead of listen to it. Anyways, either way, hope you enjoy this episode of the Range Mighty Podcast. Hopefully you can hear me okay. It wasn't windy this morning when I decided to come shoot. This morning was like, hey, I'm going to make some videos that I needed to make forever ago. So I loaded up my stuff. I show up here at the controlled range, and the wind showed up. This is exactly the reason why I haven't filmed for the last 3 weeks. It was either windy or raining or snowing. And now sun's out, beautiful day. You can see I got the target set up downrange for a video for you, but hopefully the sound good. We'll see. And I can't even speak. I said hopefully the sound is good, not the sound good. I'm a Neanderthal. Anyway, should we get to it? Let's shoot something. All right, so welcome to this video. This is something that's needed to have happened a while ago. It's windy, like you probably, I don't know if I threw the freaking bloopers in there. Targets have fallen over. The mic sometimes sounds really bad, and I couldn't get my regular camera to work, so I'm filming on my iPhone. So it's a great day, but nonetheless, I'm outside. I'm shooting. Gonna get a little sunburn. It should be pretty nice. So this is the video I need to get to you today. It's been a hot minute since we talked about this. That's right, the PWS Mark 16. 116 in 223 Wild. Again, this is a long piston stroke rifle. This is pretty badass. I'm excited to shoot this. I have not shot this yet. In fact, the scope is not even sighted in. We got the Athlon on here. They're LVPO, which we need to talk about at some point. I don't know if you can see my targets downrange, but I got some down there. Some of my own targets that I had made. Let's see how this works. I'm going to shoot for the center target in there. Oh, I did pick up a round. Son of a bitch. Let's see how this goes. Oh, this is tough with the old ears on here. We're just gonna put three on the old headshot down there. That center target. Pick up this round that I dropped. Stuff's expensive nowadays. You can't just leave it here. So let's walk down here. I know you're not gonna be able to see on a camera, other than you're gonna be checking out my butt. Wow, actually this scope's not too far off. I just need to bring it up about 6 inches. That's a sweet group on the target already. That was the first time I've shot this rifle. Now, I have shot a primary weapons before, years ago, when I was working at a range in Boise. By the way, that's where primary's from, is Boise, Idaho. We had one of them in our rental fleet. It was a pretty sweet gun. And I like it. So, we need to bring this up. We're at about 25 yards, so sure, about that many clicks. I'm just gonna aim for the head again. See how this rolls. Well, the optic looks like it might be a little crooked. Let's go check it out. One thing I really like about this rifle, again, the long piston stroke changes the way, changes the recoil impulse on this guy. Well, I gotta come up another 6 clicks. Actually, it's probably more than that, but it's a nice lumbering recoil. I've got it on the far most open setting. And we talked about it in that other video. I'm out of shape, just so you guys know. All right, same thing. We're gonna go for the headshot center target. Yeah, I know I should be doing this off of a rest, but what do you do? All right, that actually looks pretty good at 25 yards. 2 in the A zone, almost dead center, and then I dropped the third one. I think that's probably close enough. Windage is actually pretty good just from putting this optic on the rifle. I'm kind of surprised. And well, that's good. Should we run this thing through some speed drills? Hopefully you can hear me through the wind. Let's see how many rounds I got. This wasn't a full mag. There's only like 6 rounds in there. I have no idea what I'm shooting through this rifle, by the way. I brought a whole bunch of green tip to test out with this and another rifle. We'll do a side by side, but I don't know. This was just a loaded mag I had in the safe. They're probably just regular 55 grains, but I really don't know. Probably American Eagle or something like that. Oh look, my target fell down. I'm an idiot. So let's come up here. We're probably, well, I don't know, 20 yards maybe. We'll do 2 and 2 since the third guy died already on me. So we'll start from the left target, 2 center mass, right target, 2 center mass. And then I'll get my timer out and we'll try it out for fun. Ready? Wow, dropped those shots. Let's take a pause. I'll fix that other target and we'll start it over. I'll get my timer out too. I'm gonna scoot up a little bit, mostly because I suck, but I'm just gonna dump 6 rounds, center mass, center target at the beep. Shall we? Maybe. That was rough. Shall we try that again? Let's go check it out. Oh, all over the place. Told you I sucked. I'm actually having a little bit of trouble with the eye relief on that scope. You can see, like, this was my first right here, right when we first zeroed the rifle, and these were the next 3, and these were the last 3. I dropped that one. Yeah, that's basically a shotgun blast. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not too proud to say that I suck. Let's bring you back. Because, you know, it's okay to say that you're not very good at something. It's been a while since I've shot a rifle, and I've never shot this rifle. So, there's that. Let's see, it might be time to reload some mags. Still got a few. A couple left in this one. You know, I 3D printed these mag pouches on my belt just to see if they worked. I don't hate them, but I wouldn't say that I really like them either. Gosh, I really have a hard time picking up that eye relief. I don't know if it's the height of the scope. That's too far pull on the stock here. Okay, let's try this again. Yeah, I keep dropping that eye relief. Let's see if I can at least claim my accuracy here at the headshot. Aimed for the eye box. I dropped 2 out of the eye box. Let's try this again, huh? We'll go from this dead pumpkin. Let's actually shoot this guy on the left. Let's go clean headshot here. Last round. From here I can see one's definitely 2 in the A zone and 3 breaking the line. So all 3 A zone shots in the head. Obviously that wasn't a fast shot. It is what it is. I got looks like 5 in this magazine. Should we try 5 quick shots in this guy's B zone as I burp away? All right. I should probably turn this to this side. We'll blame it on the timer being on the wrong side, shall we? Sure. Sure it is, Steve. No, I can't even get it buttoned up. Such great content for you. There we go. We'll try from the high ready instead of the low ready. Ah. You would help. When you reload, you gotta actually load the frickin' gun. Let's try that again. One I know I shot right over his head. Oh, 2 left. All right. What do I think about this rifle? Well, I think it's a very nice gun. Very well made. We talked about it in the video when I first introduced it to you. There's a lot of things that I really like about it. There's nothing that I hate about it. I should put it that way. I'm gonna change the furniture. I got some different furniture for it, and I haven't done that yet. But let's reload some mags, and then let's show you a different rifle side by side from this one, and we'll have a conversation about it. How's that sound? Hang tight. For you, it's just a scene cut. For me, it's a few minutes. Let's wait. All right, so we just shot the PWS just a second ago, right? Great gun. Again, this is a long piston stroke system. Huh? So you're getting a different recoil impulse. Awesome suppressed. We already talked about it in the previous videos about this rifle, and it feels good to shoot. Again, I just have it on the full open setting. I'll change it to the next setting in to give it a chance here, but I want to show you a different rifle before I do that. So this is the primary weapons, and then this is a bootleg upper. So I want you to get a good look at the way this primary is put together. So hold on a second. Oh, it's clear. So you can see the milling marks, the machining marks. Everything looks pretty smooth, pretty sexy, right? It's got some of these lightning cuts where they've reduced some of the weight of the upper. Now look at this guy. This is a bootleg upper on I think this is a Spikes lower. Oh no, this is a Texas Black Rifle lower. So look at these machining marks. That looks a lot like the PWS, doesn't it? Well, it should, because they're made in the same place. So bootleg and PWS are the same thing. Now bootleg is a little bit more affordable stuff. We're talking mid-level, still good quality stuff. I'm not saying it's garbage by any means, but it's a little bit more affordable than the primary weapons, uppers and lowers. Do they suck? No, absolutely not. In fact, I have shot this upper. I can't remember if I've sighted this in on this for this reticle. I just have the simple a little burris on a pepper mount, 1-4 LPVO. Nothing super amazing. Man, I got to get a riser for this thing. Change my ear pro. So just for the heck of it, let's run a few of these through this Bertha here. I think this is zeroed in. I should be able to tell from here. I'm going to step forward a little bit more. I guess I was up a lot farther. on this right side target. I'm just gonna run a couple through this head here. See, wow, this, you can tell this totally feels different. Now, if all was right, I was aiming for the A box, but I should be a little bit low. And it's actually about 4 inches low from where I was aiming. So we got to talk about, or we have, maybe we haven't, mechanical offset, right? Side over bore. So the center of your bore compared to the center of your scope, the closer you get to the target, the closer you're going to get to the actual distance of your bore versus optic. Shall we drop a few rounds here, see how she rocks? Still pretty quick, still runs pretty good. And I pulled those to the left. You know, even a bad day of shooting is still better than having to do honeydews at home. This rifle is pretty fun to shoot. The upper is, or the lower. I traded this lower for a buddy of mine, and he didn't like it because the milling was off just a little bit on the selector. So the selector doesn't go perfectly. Well, I'll show you. Look at that. So it doesn't quite go perfectly horizontal or vertical when you switch it. So he hated that. I need to put some 45s on there and see if you know, if it's not as bad. It is kind of weird though for just a standard selector because it's off from what you're used to. We can definitely tell this trigger is different. Might as well run it dry. And everything, like, it's kind of funny because I can see why he got rid of it, because everything's just gritty and kind of tight in there. He must have got it as a blem and then decided he hated it. I don't care. I still traded him for it. I still got some use out of it. I just wanted to show you that those bootlegs, if you want the look of a PWS but you don't want to spend the price of a bootleg, or what am I trying to say? If you want a PWS but don't want to pay the price for a PWS, you can go to that bootleg. Now it's not piston, it's a gas stroke, or yeah, gas and pinch. It's not a long stroke piston setup. So price is going to go down. Obviously the machining costs and stuff are way less for something like that that's impinged instead of a long stroke. So that's where you're saving. Now you're still getting good quality parts. It's a great upper. It wasn't cheap. I think I paid $200 for a complete upper, which really isn't that bad, honestly. So initially I said I bought that bootleg upper for like $200 ish. Actually, it was closer to $500. So make sure if you're looking to buy a complete upper from bootleg, if you can find them, you're going to be closer to $500 MSRP, maybe a little bit less. So just pay attention to that. Sorry if I gave you the wrong number there. But it's not like stuff you find online or whatever. And they might have been more than that, actually. I can't remember. It's been so long since I bought that upper. But it's quality, and I like it. Shall we make some messes with this guy some more? I haven't dialed in the little red dot on here for close up. Wow, what a beautiful day. If it wasn't windy, man, it'd be absolutely gorgeous out here. You know, maybe I should, maybe before I take this downrange, maybe we should tape up some targets or switch some out. Give me just a second. I'm going to switch out those targets and then we'll do some shooting. How does that sound? You know, while I'm pasting these targets, I figured we might as well just have a conversation. I laser cut these targets out myself. I've talked about this 100 times on the show about maybe selling these online. I'm still not 100% certain that's what I want to do. The cost for me to make these targets, even though I'm using recycled cardboard, I still have to pay to use the laser. So, I mean, it's definitely not free. and I just don't want to have to charge you guys more money than what I can make. You know what I mean? Because I get the cardboard for a good deal. Some of this cardboard's actually recycled when we get product coming in. I work for a plastics company as well, if you guys don't know. So sometimes we get some product coming in on a pallet or whatever, and these staples aren't quite long enough. And so I just use these cover sheets, or, you know, just stuff like that. So I cut these out of just garbage, basically. Sometimes I cut them out of fancy cardboard, because we have cardboard sheets there as well, because we do some shipping. But when I do it that way, it gets expensive for you guys. And stay, dick. Would you look at that? That is comedy right there. I guess I should have just pulled the other one off. I mean, these guys right here, if I was to charge you what I need to for these simple silhouette targets, they were going to be probably almost $2 a piece, which, oh, you son of a bitch. Okay, I'll tell you what. You're going to be obstinate about it? We'll fix you right up. Here. Like that. Now we got the hazard of all these extra staples in here. I remember a story. I've been blessed to work with some cool people, and I remember a story. One of them was telling me he does did a lot of DOE and DOD stuff, protection stuff. They were doing some training somewhere, and they left a little, what we call it, bailing wire, just some small gauge metal wire on some kind of a target down range. They thought it would be no big deal. Well, as they were shooting, just 1 in a million chance.
So you're telling me there's a chance?
One of the rounds hit this wire, and it ended up throwing it back at the guy that was shooting, and it impaled him in the arm, bleeding all over the place. And it didn't kill him, but it just goes to show you, like, sometimes these little things we don't think are hazards when we're shooting, it can be a big hazard. So you got to be really careful, especially out here. I'm on BLM land right now, and we get a lot of punks that come out here, and they'll just leave garbage all over the place, which sucks. But I don't think they understand shooting a TV, shooting some of these things may sound fun, but the potential hazard, I mean, stuff could come back at you. I've seen it before. I've seen it happen. We did a bowling pin shoot one time, and one of the dudes was shooting, pop, 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 and I kid you not, that round somehow like wrapped around the hard plastic coating, because a bowling pin is plastic with like a maple core or maple wood core, and it went to the plastic and traveled between the maple and the wood. That's the only thing we could figure out, and it came back and hit him dead center in the forehead, and he bled like all over the place. Kind of scary. I didn't break any bones, or, you know, lucky for us. But I'm telling you, you got to really think about when you're out here shooting, no matter what targets you're shooting at. Just be mindful that things can happen. That's why it's so important to carry, you know, like I got my IFAC.
Watch your profanity.
That's why it's so important to have something with you just in case, whether you're going to be at an organized indoor range or outdoor range, or just shooting out with your buddies out in the woods. You really got to pay attention, because, man, things can go south in a hurry.
I would definitely bring protection.
All right, let's jump back on here. Here we are again with this PWS. So, because I'm not very good, we'll try an El Presidente. 3, 3, and 3. I guess it's 2, 2, and 2. I don't know what it is, like this optic, though. I have a really hard time seeing where I need to see. This gun is definitely heavier. Like the piston setup, you can definitely feel the weight compared to just a cheaper gas and pinch setup. Anyway, let's go 2, 2, and 2 and see how I do. That was 6 rounds. I know. 2, 2 B zones. Oh, 2 alphas. Okay, I didn't do that bad. The 2 alpha, 2 alpha. 2 alpha, and then that last target I did, what, 3 or 4 rounds to it? Actually, I wasn't that bad, guys. I lied to you. 2 alpha, 2 alpha, 2 alpha, and then coming back, it was 2 bravos, at least the way I score my targets. Oh, 1 Mike, 1 Charlie. No, that one only shot 3 at. So a Charlie, and then 2 bravos. So not too bad. Not as bad as I thought. Should we do that again? That was kind of fun. This time it'll be 6 rounds. 2, 2, 2, and then coming back 2, 2, and 2. That's what I meant to do. All right, I'm gonna go from the high ready here. Never mind. Oh, out of ammo. That guy luckied out. Obviously, I didn't fill this mag up because that wasn't even 12 rounds. Well, at least they're all on paper. I'm definitely pulling to the left. I love shooting carbines. It's been a while since I shot a rifle. I definitely need more practice. Maybe just to make me feel a little better, we'll shoot some handgun stuff.
Handgun stuff.
Again, I got these targets set up somewhere around 25 yards. Shall we see if I can hit a headshot in that metal guy from here, from 25 yards? Make sure I guess still got my mic on me. Let's try it just for fun. I used to be really good with my Glock 17. I got some old videos out there of me shooting those those paper, the sticker colored dots that you put on things sometimes. I stuck one on on a cardboard target at the range I used to work at in Idle Falls. Sent it all the way out there, and I hit it. It took me like 3 rounds, I think, to hit it, but I still hit it. Let's see how I do here. Now I'm gonna just try 1 round. Dead center of the eye box here. Slow and steady. Wins the race. Now, let's go see if I even hit it. Just for fun. I probably should take you with me. Oh, dang, that was actually damn close. It is dead center of the target. Dead center of the target, just high. Okay, I know you don't believe me. Let's just prove a point here. Come on. You don't believe me? Watch this. I was aiming dead center of the eye box, the best I could see at 25. Huh? Now this is a 5.56 hole. That is not a 5.56 hole, that's a 9 mil. I was aiming right around here somewhere. That's not bad. Not bad, huh? I still got it. Ish. I'm gonna have to edit so much of this video out because you don't want to just see me walking to you. I need the steps, but all right. Let's reload some mags. We'll try some more other stuff again. And I sure hope you guys are having as much fun as I am. Like I say, a bad day of shooting is better than a good day of work. Especially when you basically hit a headshot at 25 yards with 1 round. That's pretty neat.
That's pretty neat.
But I need to keep shooting this PWS. I need to get her dialed in here. And I don't know if I'm going to have time to do everything I want to do. Let's check this red dot. So again, this one has the Athlon 1 to 10 LPVO on here. And then there's the Meprolite. Can't remember what model of Meprolite this is. It's on a 45-degree tilt here. Let's just for the heck of it. Let's see if she can get dialed in. Let's come up about halfway, so about 10 yards. Now I'm just gonna throw 3 rounds downrange. Headshot again. Let's see where we're at. Probably should have marked off the other shots I did. Holy cow, way low. And do you know what? I didn't bring the tools to adjust this thing, but it needs to come up about 6 inches, kind of like the scope was when we first set it up. It's about 6 inches low.
That's what she said.
At this distance though, it's probably not too bad. I should be only maybe 3 inches low, 2 inches low. I'm gonna aim for the top of the cardboard. 3 rounds again. Oh yeah, that didn't really help much. Good group though, nice tight group. Combat accurate is what the guys say, right? Close enough. Still low. I forgot to bring the adjustments. I don't have any of my tools here to raise that up. I know you guys can't see it, but way out there, at probably from here, it's probably 250 yards, give or take. There looks like there's a red bucket that somebody left out here. And I know you're gonna be saying, dude, you should be shooting from a bench or something. I 100% agree. Here's the problem. I got kids, and my kids are awesome. Except for when you got 3 of them that are girls. Whoops. Apparently I'm supposed to shoot. When you got 3 girls, they like to do fingernail polish stuff, you know, make fancy nails and all that jive. And then they commandeer the things that you bought for you. One of them, which is my collapsible table that I use for making videos and shooting from. So I no longer have a nice collapsible table. Apparently nails are more important. So I just get to shoot standing up. Anyway, maybe there's some aggression there, some frustration, I guess. I don't know. Okay, so anyway, there's a bucket way down there, or a bucket lid or something. Something's bright red. It's probably about 18 inches in the round, 16 inches in the round, in the round. Let's, for fun, I'm gonna just shoot at that thing, and you're just gonna have to trust me. Either I hit it or I don't hit it. I'll be honest. I'm not too proud to say that I suck at shooting sometimes. I'm a pretty good handgun shooter. Rifle, I'm a little with. Sometimes I'll get lucky though. So let's see. Let's get a good stance here. I'm gonna try and hit that bucket lid freehand from here. High, I think. Oh yeah, high and to the right. So that tells me, actually, let's see if I can get a little stable here. Actually, it's probably not too bad. I think it's still a little high from here. Now again, these are 55 grain. I wanted to get some 77 grain, that Sierra Match King stuff. We'll get there. This isn't going to be the only video I do with this rifle. We're going to have a lot of others. I still got to talk about the scope and the optic on here, a little Mepper light. So this isn't going to be the only video about this rifle. It just is what it is. What was I saying before? Doggone it. When you get old, you forget shit. You know that, right? So I hope you guys are ready. I'm only 40 something now. Old enough to forget how old I am. Let's try this again standing up. Same thing. There's a little deflection in that optic there. I think I'm probably about a foot high. I think I'm right on top of that thing. Wouldn't it be awesome if somebody set some tannerite out there and didn't shoot at it? Could be fun. All right. There was something I was going to talk about and I don't remember. Obviously, it's not important. So maybe we just gotta shoot these 3 cardboard dudes a couple times more here. Shall we do a failure to stop? The guy in the middle. That's always fun. Failure to stop. There's 2 to the chest, 1 to the face. And yeah, we'll do it at the beep. I'll start at the low ready. Again, we're probably about 10 yards from here. I'm pretty sure I shot over that guy's head. All right, let's try that again. Left side of the head. Let's try that again. Wow, that sucked. Screw you, dude. There, that fixed him. Sometimes if they don't cooperate, you just gotta take matters into your own hand, right? Like I said, I need some work on the old rifle drills. Now, this isn't quite the setup I would do completely on this firearm. It needs a sling. I'm gonna put a sling on it. Because if a rifle without a sling is like a handgun without a holster. Pretty much worthless if you're just gonna walk around carrying it. Shall we shoot this bootleg a little bit more? I know you guys like diversity. Let's see if I can shoot any better. There's really no point in looking at the target downrange. I'll just be honest. It looks like I shot it with a shotgun.
You need a shotgun. You need a shotgun, man. It's got a good spread.
So, you know, there's that. All right, this time I'm gonna go high ready. I can't figure out how to turn the part time off on my timer, by the way. Or whatever. Way over his head. Ha! Dick. There, got him that time. Sometimes you just got to go back to the basics, right? You're a pro. Take that. I remembered. I was gonna try the adjustable gas block. I can't leave yet. All right, let's hurry and do that before it gets too windy. Silly guy, forgetting all sorts of stuff. All right, so I've got a mag partially loaded. Now I rotated it. I think we talked about it in the last video, but up here's the adjustable gas block, right? And you just rotate it. There's 3 settings, and then there's an X setting, which you do not shoot the rifle on the X setting. That is completely for cleaning. So 1 is fully gassed, 2 is partially gassed, 3 is for suppressed, so it keeps the gas inside the gun. So I already know from other videos it doesn't work on number 3. I'm not going to try that, but I've heard the second setting is super smooth, super sexy. So let's try it out. So let's go over here to target 1. He doesn't have near as much love. So I'm just gonna run a couple rounds through. Oh, my scope's closed. Again, I had this all put away and then realized I didn't do what I said I was gonna do. So let's, not timed, we're just gonna, oh yeah, there's definitely a difference there. I notice when you're really trying to pump that trigger, it's a little slower, but man, that recoil is definitely different from the first setting, fully gassed. That's probably where I'm going to leave this rifle, is on 2. That, I did not expect that to be so noticeably different. There's one thing I really love about companies like PWS and the magazine I was using, MOD2, and that's that they're Idaho companies. I'm based out of Idaho, and I love supporting companies from Idaho that support our Second Amendment rights, and Primary Weapons is absolutely one of those companies. They make some amazing product. Again, I shot one at the range I used to run in Boise we had that thing fully auto, and it ran, and it ran and ran and ran. It's pretty awesome. I know price point is a little steep on one of these guys, but you're definitely getting what you're paying for. If you look at the first video about this gun where we just kind of looked at it.
Just look at it.
You see some of the features. You can tell, quality built firearm. They take care with what they're putting out because they want you to have something that's going to last you a long time. Like I said, I know price point's a little extreme. Something like this is going to cost you somewhere between $1,800 and maybe $2,000, somewhere around there. It depends on your gun shop or if you even can get it in your state. Fabulous rifle, fabulous rifle. I'm excited to have this in the safe and to run this thing. And like I said, this is just the first video of many. The next video we'll talk about running the scope onto it. I'll actually talk about the Athlon scope, what it's doing. I want to make sure I get everything. I want enough data of my own on it to give you an honest opinion on it. So anyways, that's the PWS. My final thoughts on it. It's a fantastic gun. Well built. It's a little heavy. You got to keep that mindful. If it's going to be part of your battle rattle, it is a heavier gun than a gas impinged. But you're going to get... I bumped my timer again. That's twice today. It's going to get you something, some long-term love. You know, this thing's, it's going to last. It's going to take a beating. Now, I don't know what your situation is. I don't know what you're going to do with it. But if it's something that you plan on keeping for a kit, a good solid kit, a loadout, I don't think you'll have any problems with this thing. Parts-wise, availability when things go down, that's a different issue. Again, where it's long stroke piston compared to an impinged rifle, parts are going to be a little bit more difficult, a little bit more boutique, if you will. So it might be something you want to load up on if you get one of these for yourself. Maybe buy some extra parts just in case. I would love, hint hint, I would love to get one of Primary's suppressors. That would be awesome if I could get one of those to try out on here. They're those things, those 3D printed suppressors. I don't remember the name of it. That thing is freaking cool. Well, I appreciate you guys for hanging out with me today at the range. Too bad you couldn't be here with me and shoot with me. Don't make fun of my shooting. I know I got a long ways to go when it comes to rifle shooting. Handgun, I can hold my own. Rifle, I do okay. I'm not any high-speed grandmaster or anything like that. I get it. But I just love to shoot, and I love to put rounds down range. You guys are awesome. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me today. I'll put this down real quick. A couple things before we leave. Remember, you can support the show so many different ways. Just listening to the podcast or watching the podcast, whether it's on Spotify or watching it on YouTube or Rumble, that's fantastic. If you wouldn't mind subscribing, I have a goal to hit 100 subs this year, or 1,000 subs this year, sorry. So that would be awesome if you could help me meet that goal this year. If you want to financially support the show, which there's ways to do that as well. Obviously, there's the Patreon if you want to do that. You don't have to. Patches, I always got patches for sale on my website, rangemindedpodcast.com. Some fun patches. If I can move more of these patches, I can get the next set of designs out. I've got like 30 or 40 designs that I want to do because I love patches, and I'd love to share those with you too. So you can buy a patch there. Honestly, something else I did that would be an awesome help. You don't have to, but I threw an Amazon wish list up just for the hell of it, just to see what you know. I wouldn't mind updating my camera equipment. Like I said in the beginning of this video, maybe I edited it out. If I didn't, I'm just filming this on my phone because I couldn't get my camera to work because it's not the greatest setup that I have. So I put some things on an Amazon wish list that's also linked somewhere. If not, I'll try to put it like in a pinned comment or something down below. But you guys are rad. Thanks for hanging out with me. I've got to clean up my mess, and there's a weird bug on the ground right there that just distracted me. You guys are cool. Stay safe. Take somebody shooting, and hey, stay range-minded. Range-minded. I'm too excited. Stay range-minded. Gosh dang it.
Got a good spread. In fact, you got a problem over here, you ain't even gotta look. You just turn, wow, that's it. You ain't got a problem over here anymore.